has been fire at the Bathinda Military Station early morning. This is big news coming in. We are being told a firing incident at Bathinda Military Incident reported in the early hours of morning around 4:35 a.m. inside Bathinda Military Station. This is serious news that we are breaking to you right now. Station quick reaction team were activated immediately. Area was cordoned off and sealed. Search operations are also in progress. We are talking about a border state and importantly a military station. Search operation is in progress. 4 fatal casualties also have been reported. Further details are being assessed. And I want to quickly bring in Abhishek Bhalla for the latest on that. Abhishek, this looks very serious and this is a Bathinda military station. What exactly happened? What are the details coming in?
Well, looks like a serious breach of security protocols at the military station in Bathinda. It's still not clear whether some kind of an intrusion has taken place, but yes, 4 casualties certainly suggest that the situation is extremely serious. The army has come out with a very brief statement saying that the area has been cordoned off, search operations are continuing and 4 casualties have taken place. The fact that search operations are continuing, it once again gives a very clear indication that perhaps there has been some kind of an intrusion. But a very, if we can say, sort of a cryptic statement has been put out by the army as of now, not giving out much details.
Can you read out verbatim, Abhishek, what the statement of the armed forces is? Because we'd like to put out a verified and confirmed statement information that's also coming in that we are putting out right now. The search operation is in progress, Abhishek. Go ahead.
Of morning around 4:35 inside Bathinda Military Station. Station quick reaction teams were activated. Area was cordoned off and sealed. Search operations are in progress. 4 fatal casualties reported. Further details are being ascertained. So very clearly, search operations in progress and 4 casualties. I think this is the most operative part of this brief statement that has been put out by the Indian Army. 4 casualties is, of course, a very serious matter. Search operations continuing clearly suggests that there are certain intruders or unwanted people inside the
Can see from the statement, Abhishek, is that 4 fatal casualties have also been reported. We are attributing this statement to the Army Southwestern Command. But what is important is, if I may add here, that just to get this clarity for our viewers, Abhishek, this is not around or outside the military station. This is inside the Bathinda military station where there is always a heightened security.
That's right, Pooja, and we all remember how the Pathankot Air Force Station was attacked. We don't want to jump the gun and, make any comparisons at this point of time because, as we said, that the operation is still going on. But the fact that the Army has given out this statement clearly stating that search operations are continuing, obviously it seems that the matter is extremely serious. We will be giving updates to our viewers. In a while from now, we will be tracking the story very closely because this is definitely, most definitely, a very serious security breach. What the nature of this breach is will be ascertained in a while from now. Once again, not jumping the gun. We're not sure whether this is a terror attack, but certainly we can safely say that there is some kind of breach in security that has taken place.
Because for the viewer tuning in right now, I just want to reiterate what the information that Abhishek Bhalla has sent to us. This is an official army statement. A firing incident reported in early hours of the morning, which is 4:35 a.m. Bathinda Military Station, where a quick reaction team also has been activated. Area has been cordoned off and sealed. Search operations are in progress as well. And like Abhishek is telling us, we are not going to put out any unconfirmed information. We will only put out which information that's been verified. So whether it's a terror attack or not, that we'll get more information in just a short while. Our reporters are on the ground. They're getting all information on this. Can you tell us a little bit more about Bathinda Military Station, if possible, Abhishek? Because usually these military stations are not a small geographical location. These are massive areas as well, and there are heightened security. 4:35 a.m. clearly looks like a security breach. Now, did it happen early in the morning? Was the security breach during the night? What happened? So there are a lot of lack of clarity also right now.
Well, that's right. But what we know is that the incident has taken place in the early hours of the morning. Now, whether the breach happened earlier is still not clear. The firing incident certainly took place around 4:35 a.m. And that's when some kind of contact was made, and that is perhaps the most important part of the information that has been given out by the Indian Army till now. Unfortunately, it's confirmed in the statement that 4 casualties have taken place. So that means that 4 personnel have been killed. What ranks they are, that's something still not clear.
But Abhishek, if I may add here, the military stations also has families. So therefore, this definitely becomes a much more scary situation. We are being told about 4 fatal casualties. You're saying that these are, as of now, information coming in, are of personnel, and of course their designation is not yet confirmed.
Yes, we still don't know the identities of the 4 casualties that have taken place. Yes, Bathinda is a military station which is not on a forward location. It's not on a border area. Obviously, it's a family station. So officials, be it higher ranks or lower ranks, they can get their families here. It's like a normal civilian area. Even though it's a military cantonment, but there is interaction with civilians. It's not something that is completely cut off from civil areas. So that makes it even more scary.
Abhishek, what happens in scenarios like these? Because we've seen right outside or around military stations, for example, in Pathankot in Jammu, where there were these incidents that have taken place. But when it happens inside a military station, what usually would be the protocol or procedure that will be followed here on? Abhishek.
Well, Pooja, as you know, you've also travelled to military cantonments in sensitive areas. They are usually cut off from the normal public. But as I said, Bathinda is not a sensitive location per se. Yes, Punjab is a border state, but it's not a town that really is cut off as far as the military-civilian divide is concerned. But at the same time, any military station always has heightened security, and if an incident like this has taken place, you can be rest assured that the level of alert and security will be at its maximum even as we speak. It's a very, very serious situation. A very serious breach of security is what I can confirm. If 4 casualties have taken place, and if the army is saying that search operations are still continuing, that means there is something extremely, extremely serious.
And it possibly also means that the active shooter is still around. The situation still hasn't completely been normalized yet. This is a sensitive situation, so we'll only put out verified information. Abhishek Bhalla, who has had enough experience covering some of these incidents or with regard to conflict issues, is telling us 4:35 a.m. firing was reported inside the Bathinda Military Station. Can we say, Abhishek, here that of course any of these situations can be as scary as that we can imagine, but because it is Punjab, because it is a border state, that level of scare, that level of what could have happened is perhaps on another level as well. All right, I'll quickly go across to Abhishek Bhalla. Remember, our reporters are trying to get as much information as possible from officers, from veterans, and specifically from those at the Bathinda military area. This is the Cant area, remember, in Bathinda already. There is a military station. It's scary because it's also, there are families also that are allowed in the military station.